Welcome, I'm Jennifer Raye, and it's my mission to provide you with accessible, inspiring, and empowering high-level health strategies. It's my belief that conventional medicine doesn't always address our health concerns, and we need to start turning towards earth-based medical systems and natural remedies that have long and established histories for solutions and support. In this series, I primarily pay attention to food as medicine, herbal medicine, and daily habits. So in this video, I'm going to discuss building your blood. Now, of course, the blood is so important for overall energy and vitality. In Chinese medicine, it's considered a yin fluid. It helps us to stay grounded and present. And so in today's video, I'll discuss how to know if you need to build your blood and some herbal remedies and other solutions that can help. Watch the video to learn more. The blood, of course, is so important when it comes to our overall health and well-being. So first, if you've been diagnosed as having anemia or low iron, you'll probably want to focus on building your blood. But there are a number of other symptoms as well. So if you're experiencing low energy or maybe paleness in the face or tongue, thinning hair, dry skin or nails, issues with your menstruation, nervousness or anxiety, building your blood is probably a good idea as well. So as you can see, the blood is important for many different aspects of our health. The blood is primarily made of a number of physical components, and it's created in the bone marrow. Now in Chinese medicine, the blood is considered more than just a physical substance. It's considered a deep feminine force in the body. Blood is considered a vehicle for qi. And so in Chinese medicine, the idea of the blood always includes this idea that the blood carries inherent energy. The blood is also said to moisten and nourish the body, and it circulates what we call nutritive qi. In Chinese medicine, we say that the blood is created through the digestion and assimilation of food. The blood also has a very special relationship with a few different organ systems, primarily the liver, the spleen, the heart, and the lungs. The blood is produced with the help of what we call the jing, or the essence, which is housed mostly in the bone marrow. So when all of these relationships work together, the blood can nourish the body. There are two main pathologies when it comes to the blood in Chinese medicine. So the blood can either be deficient or stagnant. Now there are a few other pathologies related to a sudden loss of blood and also heat in the blood, but we'll focus on the two most common, which is deficiency and stagnation. When there's deficiency, there's basically a lack of this nourishing and supportive energy. So there can be things like dizziness and paleness, fatigue, and maybe scanty menstruation. When there's stagnation, the blood is not moving for some reason. And so this can lead to pain, clotted menstruation, and maybe just a feeling of stress or tension. Now there is a relationship between deficiency and stagnation, but we won't get into that here. For this video, we're going to focus mostly on deficiency. So this can correlate with blood tests coming back as deficient, but it doesn't necessarily have to. Most people can really benefit from building their blood. The first thing to say here about supporting your blood is to make sure that you have healthy digestion. So of course, if you're not digesting and assimilating the nutrition from your food, you won't have the nutrients needed to build healthy blood. So make sure to check out the blog post associated with this video, where I've provided a bunch of links to different videos and resources on how to heal and strengthen your digestion. If you want to take an even deeper dive, you could check out commonrenew.com. That's my program where we go into a lot of depth around healing your digestion, and you can get a little bit more personalized support. Most importantly, when you're breaking down your food, you're digesting food, including good stomach acid, then you're able to really assimilate all of the nutrition to build healthy blood. In particular, think of foods like dark green leafy veg, so spinach and chard, dried fruit like prunes and raisins, lentils, blackstrap molasses, pumpkin seeds, and kidney beans. Animal meat is also a great way to build your blood. So the iron in animal meat is more easily absorbed than iron coming from vegetables. And so especially if you've been a vegan or a vegetarian for a long time, and if you feel comfortable doing so, I would recommend adding a small amount of red meat to your diet. A few other foods to add are things like algae, like spirulina, and seaweeds. And you can check out the blog post for links on how to use those foods more. Now, if your iron has been tested and it came back low, you'll most likely need to supplement. Women do need more iron than men, especially during the childbearing years. But overload in iron can be very serious, and so I recommend working with a healthcare practitioner so that you get the right amount when you supplement. Make sure that your bowels are moving, and I do recommend taking iron chelate. That will be more easily absorbed by your body. But again, work with your healthcare practitioner to find the right supplementation regime for you. The first herbal remedy I'd like to mention is dongguai, or Chinese angelica root. So this is a herb that helps to regulate menstruation, it helps to support the blood, it's nourishing, building, and invigorating. And so in particular, it's helpful for women who have a tendency towards anxiety, who feel weak, fatigued, maybe they have scanty menstruation. It also helps to circulate blood and increase circulation in the uterus, and it can help with hormonal imbalances. Dongguai is also moving, and so it's helpful if there's deficiency and stagnation. Now, don't take this herb if you're on any blood thinning medications or if you have excess bleeding. You'll also want to check with your practitioner if you're pregnant. Now, dongguai in Chinese medicine is usually given as a part of a formula, and so you may also want to check with your practitioner to figure out which formula is right for you. Dongguai is a little bit warm, so if you have a lot of heat in your body, it might not be the best herb, and you want to avoid this herb if you have loose stools or diarrhea. Our next herb is goji or goji berries. So you may have heard of this one. It's really become known as a superfood here in the West, but it's actually been used for thousands of years within the materia medica of traditional Chinese medicine. It's considered a herb that builds stamina and supports longevity. So it really nourishes the blood, and in particular, it supports the kidneys and the liver. Now, this is a very safe herb to use. It's full of antioxidants, but if you have a weak digestion, just use it with caution as it may be a little bit hard to digest. Goji can be used in a formula, but it can also just be eaten or it can be drank as a tea. I find the easiest way to consume goji berries is simply a handful of berries in some hot water. You just let the berries steep and then you drink the hot tea from there. I've also included some healing syrup recipes over on the blog post that's attached to this video that includes both goji and dongguai, so make sure to check that out. There are so many plants and herbal medicines that can help to build your blood. So you could also include things like Chinese date, burdock, raw cacao, and nettles. And a lot of the nutritive herbs can also be really supportive for the blood. So make sure to check out the post that's connected to this video where I've linked to a few other suggestions. Remember, blood is considered a deeper fluid, and so it can help us to feel grounded and stable. We can deplete the blood through mental anxiety and through overwork. The blood is connected to our connection to our ancestors, our intuitive knowing, and our sacred feminine. So take care of these qualities by taking care of yourself. Make sure you get enough rest and do some weight-bearing activity to really support the bones. I hope that gives you a few ideas on how to build your blood. So make sure to get over to my site and sign up for my mailing list over at jenniferraye.com. I promise to keep providing you inspiring and powerful information that really helps you to reconnect with how deeply capable you are of finding your highest health potential. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.